So we're going to start doing this live now every other week on Fridays. If you have questions, we will be answering them live here at the end of the video. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, make sure that you leave your questions in the comments, and we'll make sure that we get back to those as quickly as we can. But we've got a lot of things coming up, especially with the new season starting this week. I know everybody's kind of excited, right? So there's quite a bit of things on the prep side that we've gotten done. I mean, this is a big one. This has been what, like a whole week in the working at this point. So we're kind of moving in, but some of our seasons have already started because Valorant's already started, right?
Yep. We played 2 games so far in CVAL. We played Howard Blue and MICA Stars. We won 2-0 against both of them. We only dropped 3 rounds against Howard Blue. We only dropped 2 against MICA in all 4 games. So honestly, it's going pretty well. I can't complain. Honestly, it's going pretty well.
And I mean, those weren't ones that we actually streamed this weekend, but we do have them coming up this week, right?
Yes. So we did not stream either of those matches last week. Those were Saturday and Sunday events. This coming Saturday, there's a match. We will not stream the Saturday one, but we will be streaming the Sunday one at 3 o'clock, and that's going to be a pretty big one, you were saying.
Yeah. One on Saturday and one we're not streaming is Drexel, which is, they're not a bad team, but I think we'll be okay against them. FIU, Florida International University, they have a bit more punch to them, so we're going confident in there, but we're just not going to be running different comps or anything. We're going there very strong. So I'm not too worried, but I can't be overconfident, to be honest.
That's definitely fair. Is there any thoughts on the new season and how that's going to kind of affect the standing of us going in?
Not really, because we're CVAL for the first wave CVAL, which is group stages. Basically, the beginning of the patch, which was they brought Outlaw new gun in, and they brought Icebox back. Icebox and that gun you cannot use in CVAL, but with the new patch that came out last Tuesday, which was sky changes, which was that the flash pops by itself at the end instead of just not doing anything at all, and just overall changes meta. There shouldn't be any difference, honestly. We're going to play the same comps. We haven't talked about changing anything, so it shouldn't affect us at all. But later on, when Icebox comes in, all this other stuff comes in, it could change some things. But so far, the meta really hasn't changed our confidence or our understanding the game at all. So it should be fun.
And even the things that's going to change, it's likely not going to be something that viewers would really see. It's going to be more stuff you guys would notice in terms of the maps you would play and stuff like that.
Yeah, because there's one big thing that they changed, which is on Breeze they bring halls back. They took halls out when they brought Ice, or they brought Breeze back in. They took out halls, and now they're bringing that back in. So now it's you have to be wary of these lurks. They can come in through halls. So if they have playing 3 people on A, 2 on B, it's not that anymore. So you'll have 2 people on A, 1 mid, or 1 in halls, and 2 on B. So it does lessen your defense on A a bit, but usually people just trip it and you go check every once in a while. But honestly, it shouldn't change too much on how the map is played, so I'm not too worried about that either.
And how late into the season are they going to be bringing those items
in? I know in the next wave, which is wave 2 or phase 2 in CVAL, which is playoffs, that's when we get to use that Outlaw, which is the new gun that does 140 to the chest. And basically, it's a pretty good gun if you're a fanatic type team, where they just buy a lot of light armor, and they buy a lot of it's basically buy a lot of guns, buy a lot of low armor. It's going to affect those top teams, but overall, it shouldn't affect us much. And bringing Icebox in, I can't wait, because our comp should be interesting. I know that I get to play Chamber, so it's pretty fun. I can't complain. It's going to be a good time on Icebox. I was a bit sad about it, coming back, because I never was a big Icebox person, but overall, it should be fun. The change they made to the map is actually it's going to be good. I think it's a good changes.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, and definitely. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, because you guys did make it so far last time. Definitely, are there any teams that you think are going to be particularly hard, especially with the new map coming in of Icebox?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, because I haven't really we don't really think about, oh, this team want to beat, or this is the teams that we strive to beat or strive to be. We just try to make ourselves better, try to get to these milestones that we put towards ourselves and try to like be the best that we can be. So I don't think there's like any teams I'm like looking forward to play, or that's going to like change anything. So I'm just pretty excited to play, honestly.
Again, first game we're streaming is Sunday, right?
Yep, Sunday at 3:00. Myself will be there. Adam, he'll be in here a little bit later on to talk Smash and Hearthstone. He'll be with me streaming this coming Sunday.
All right, and it looks like that is definitely going to be kind of the next place that we're going to be moving towards. Is we're going to be bringing Adam in here to kind of talk about some of those things for Hearthstone. Oh, sorry. Correction, a little bit of change. We're actually going to be bringing in Fortnite next to kind of talk about how their season's going to be.
Lots of changes for the Fortnite roster this semester as opposed to last semester. So it'll be interesting to talk to them about that.
Yeah. All right. Jessie,
Okay.
we're going to head on to the next people. It was great having you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I always like love these type of things where I get to talk and just try to get myself out there. Thank you so much for having me, though. I really appreciate both of you.
Yeah,
sir.
of
Thank you.
course.
Well, hope both of you have a great day.
Yep.
I'm going to do homework.
I'm Andy,
I'm Andrew.
and so we're looking forward to the new map changes pretty much. They change what happened last season. In the middle of our competitive season, they changed from the OG map to the new map, but now they made some more changes to it. They got rid of some of the snow. They changed the medallions. They nerfed them a lot. What else? They nerfed snipers as well. So we have to adjust to those changes.
Mm-hmm.
Any concerns with adjusting to the changes, or you think you kind of got enough time to kind of get it in and get it dealt with before you start playing it?
I think we do have enough time to adjust it. The biggest change for us happened last competitive season, actually in between semifinals and finals, when they gave us an entire new map and changed the movement, so you could no longer you couldn't run anymore. You could only sprint or walk. So like it changed everything. So that was the big change. We got that out of the way.
And how did you like kind of adapt to that last season? Was it pretty easy for you, or did it take
I
some more
hated
time?
It was awful. We didn't really have
It was
time to
terrible.
adapt.
We
It
didn't
was
have time.
like the
They
night
changed it like the
before
day before
finals.
finals. So we're just like, okay, I guess we're going with it.
Team's
yeah.
kind of
Still did,
better
we
for
did
us,
pretty
though.
well in finals. So
So this upcoming season, we've got some different rosters, right? Than we did last semester.
yeah,
like other teams playing.
no.
Well, I know you. Are you guys still playing duos together? I know last
Yeah,
semester,
we're
for
still
anyone,
playing duos together.
for anyone that didn't know, last semester you guys played duos
We
together,
played duos, yeah,
and then you were on the trios team as well.
and trios. Mhm.
What do our teams look like for this semester?
So
I think they're about the
it's the
same.
same exact teams.
They are the same.
They're the
Yeah.
same team.
They are the same. I thought
we
we
had-
were making changes.
We had one player drop out,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't
Didn't affect.
part of our trio or
Okay.
our duo. So
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys more confident working together now with another semester? Like
probably-
how big of a
we gained
difference?
some
do you think?
experience together, so that definitely helped.
If someone didn't know anything about endgame or scrims or anything, that would be
Oh.
That's true. But you've learned a little bit, so
that's totally
we'll
different.
keep that going. So it is a lot different. Much better, and we're still learning as we go. That's good too.
I mean, at that point, I mean, it's kind of like Jessie said, kind of just trying to be the best competitors that you can be going
Yeah.
into the season.
And since we got third in trios, fourth in duos out of over like 70 teams, so we did pretty well. It's just we want to win the semester.
I think we can too.
Yeah, definitely. And it's important to go in with the kind of mindset planning to be able to make it all the way to the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely, where are some things that you guys are like excited to kind of look at going forward? Are there any specific matches that you're excited to play?
We're doing the ECAC.
Yeah, we'll
their
do that
seasons
again, so that's good. And then we're hoping that Fortnite actually has some in-game college events that they host themselves like they used to do. I don't think they did them. I'm not sure if they did them last year, but I know 2
I think
years
they
ago,
had, like-
3 years ago, they definitely had them, and they have big prize pools. So those are exciting. But like I was in high school then, so I couldn't.
Have they announced that they're going to be doing them this year, or when are they kind of
No,
looking?
they
for
haven't
that?
announced them. But usually when they announce stuff, it's just kind of like a month before it happens. So it's
So not a ton of time to prepare for that.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Not really, no.
So I have no idea if they're gonna announce something like that or not, but hopefully they do.
Awesome.
So you're playing in 2 leagues this semester, or just the one?
We're definitely doing ECAC, and then we'll probably do 1 or 2 more. We'll have to see. We'll look at the format of them and which ones we want to play and see if there's any like a prize pool too, and we'll try and participate in those.
Just because it's tough because the ECAC is 2 nights a week for like that 2 months.
Yeah.
So that takes up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. The ECAC does take up a lot of time.
But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and hopping in. We really appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll see you again. Good luck in your season, and hopefully we'll see you later with good news, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You have a tournament coming up this weekend. Excited?
Yes. Well, not really. I mean, I'm excited to compete. I'm excited to give a shot to Siena to actually win this. Not excited that it's 8 hours long.
Oh, it's an 8-hour tournament. That's wild.
Yeah. So it's 90 some odd competitors, and it's a Swiss tournament.
Okay.
So yeah, and the thing is I mean, it's 8 hours, but like my game could be done in like 30 minutes, but like somebody else's match could take like an hour and a half, and I just kind of gotta sit there because like if the next round starts and I'm not there within like 5-10 minutes, I'm DQ'd.
Okay.
So
So what do you plan to use
Yeah.
all that spare time that you may have for? Playing another game or homework?
probably not homework. I'm probably just gonna watch some Better Call Saul, some Finland Saga.
Okay. Really getting in there. So you guys had a new set coming, right?
Yeah, so we had a new set come in last Thursday. And my teammate and we didn't get the cards until 2 days ago.
Okay.
So we had 2 days to practice, and because it's new cards and stuff, all the decks are like completely different. The meta really just completely changed. So that's fun.
And I mean, how much did it affect the meta? Is there anything that's still left over, or is it like a full swap, like just
I mean, there are a couple decks that are the same. Well, kind of the same ideas. But they added some new cards. But there are a lot of new decks, like a lot of new archetypes and a lot of new stuff that's just come forward in the meta and are really good. Like one of the best decks right now, with like 50 some odd thousand games recorded with it. It has like a 80% win rate.
okay?
That's kind of crazy.
That's
a high win rate.
Yeah, like I don't know how much the people watching really know about card games, but like
You win 8 out of 10 games.
oh yeah,
That's a crazy win rate.
when you see them something like that come up in like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, usually that means you're getting hit with a ban within like a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I mean,
yeah.
Blizzard, small indie dev. So they're probably going to take a couple weeks to fix it, but
Okay, so you think it's going to be a few weeks before you see any sort of change? Do you see,
oh yeah.
do you see any sort of bans coming down the pipeline
Well,
for certain cards?
so how Hearthstone works is they don't really do bans unless it's like actually breaking the game. They kind of just nerf it into the ground until it never sees play again.
okay.
And that's like one of the good things about Hearthstone versus like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like if they print a card, they have to ban it because that's what the card text says. In Hearthstone, they can change the card text or how much it costs to play it, or so. I mean, that's it kind of makes having an online card game like that a little bit better.
And what do you foresee for Smash coming up here? Anything exciting?
Yeah. So one of our better players, Tim, he's actually he signed up this time, so he can actually compete. We have Ryan, probably the best player on the team. He's competing as well. I joined, and we had Jason join as well. So I'm not really sure what the roster is going to look like because of people's schedules, but we are looking like a pretty powerful team. I mean, we got to playoffs last season, but now we have like a lot of heavy hitters now.
And I know you guys did a lot of local tournaments last year. Is that something you're planning to continue into this year?
Yeah, so actually, I'm pretty sure the Smash team is talking about going to one of the Ann Arbor locals tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's exciting news. And for those who kind of don't know, our Smash team does go to a lot of the local events. So definitely have the potential chance to play against them for any of the other younger people who are in the chat. So pretty exciting things coming on the bandwagon for you
Yeah.
overall.
Mm-hmm. Be a very fun and interesting year, to say the least.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, thank you for coming on, talking
Yeah.
with us.
No problem.
Anything you want to add on before Adam kind of pops on out?
I don't think so. Good luck in your tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
we would love to stream that, but I think that one
Oh.
might just get some clips.
Yeah.
Oh,
think I-
guys, you don't want to do a 9-hour Are Still live stream for the 3 people that like the game?
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, best of luck, but I ain't watching it all the way through. You didn't tell me how it goes though.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you. All right. Well, Kaiden is here from Overwatch. We haven't played Overwatch last semester. When was the last time we had Overwatch here at Siena?
Last spring.
Spring.
Yeah.
So not this last fall semester, the semester before.
Yep.
And of course we got new people coming in, lots of new stuff. Like what do you guys kind of expect coming into this season?
We're expecting into whack like really showing up and making our presence known. Like because we actually have a full team this year.
Right.
Other than core win, but there's still 4 of us compared to last spring. Last spring was not great.
Right.
How many core players did we actually have going into WAC last year who were solely Overwatch rather than like
The tournament,
dual players? Yeah, going into the tournament.
2 of us.
Okay, so
Half the team.
double now.
Yes.
We've doubled. That's a huge
Because
improvement.
then it was 2 Rocket League players and a Fortnite player.
Okay, so we're going in with 4 this time into the season.
Yeah.
And you guys had a pretty decent amount of time to like practice now, right?
Yeah.
So how are you guys kind of feeling going into the semester? You kind of little uneasy and kind of ready to keep working at it, or are we feeling confident going through?
There's definitely some things that we like still need to work on, but we have 2 weeks before we hit our first match.
Okay.
And so I feel like we have time to iron it out when we're scrimming 2 to 3 times a week.
That's a lot of scrims, yeah. So I mean that's pretty decent having like the whole season too to keep getting better as you keep going. So how many of you guys is it your first time competing in a collegiate tournament?
It would be subtracting core when it'd be 3.
3. Okay.
Because this would be my second year.
Okay.
And then we have our 3 first years.
Wow.
That's going to be interesting to see. Definitely.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the veteran at this point on the older end, which is kind of interesting to see here. So
You know, I know you said WAC. Are you playing in any other tournaments this semester?
Not this semester.
Oh.
We didn't really decide to play in WAC.
Mhm.
I mean, well, we didn't decide to play in NACE because we felt like it would be too much on our schedule with already playing WAC.
Right. For WAC, you get to go to a LAN,
Mhm.
right? You have to like qualify for it at the end, or
So-
like how does that process work?
It's based off of our overall standings.
Mhm.
So we play, we play everyone at least once.
Sure.
And then we're seeded by our overall standings going into the LAN. And then we just play double Ilum from there.
all right. Well, that's always the fun part. Lands are the best part about competing is definitely being on the stage.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yep.
Definitely exciting season coming up for you. So hopefully it goes well, and we'll see you again later down in the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have good news
Yeah,
to say,
hopefully.
right?
I
So,
Yep.
would love it if we could have a trophy sitting here.
yeah, at
Yep.
the end of the season, just
Oh,
have a
yeah.
trophy next
Mhm.
to you.
Bookmark it. Bookmark this spot.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
All right. And we'll see you later. Thank
See
you
you
for
guys
joining us,
too.
Kaiden. Hello, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well. You excited?
Yeah, pretty much.
So this is your first semester.
Yep.
Right?
I just arrived.
All right. How are you liking it so far?
Incredible, for real. I come from Canada, so it's a very big culture change, but
Okay.
I really like it for me.
So hopefully you're not getting picked on too much for the metric system and constantly telling us the.
Well, it's something to get adjusted on. The dates, the miles, everything, it's different, but it's fun. It's you guys kind of way, you know.
Okay, what's the biggest difference you've noticed so far since being?
Biggest difference is sports. People are into sports, and not that much where I come from. So it's pretty
Really?
good to see. Like people enjoy sports team, cheers for them, watch every match, and that's not some. That's incredible. Like it.
Really,
Huh.
that's kind of
Really?
interesting to hear. So, you are a league player, and so you have gotten hit with the same massive change that Riot did to all of us. So, how are you feeling with the new item changes? Are you liking it? Is it kind of challenging?
It's still challenging to find like the best build, the best pathways to actually achieve your spike. And we are actually learning still, oh, this champion that we thought was weak, if you build that way, you can actually have very strong impact early on. And it's very hard to adjust, but it's very fun. And coming in the new season, we learn.
And which of the two big changes that they did do you think is more impactful? The item changes or the map changes? Because they completely overhauled everything.
They overall everything. I think the map changes is a bit bigger than the items. It changed very much how you play the whole game, and even to the support, like the support role core mechanic of being bot line is completely changed from that since the grubs spawned. So it's changed so much that the map definitely.
Yeah, and they added in a completely new objective as well, and they dropped one of the Rift Heralds, which is something that, like, I mean, it's been a staple of pros forever, is you'll drop one objective to go to the other side of the map to kind of make these counter plays. That's not really an option anymore because you have to get both of them to get the same benefit.
Exactly. So in terms of jungling and everything like that, how we approach things recently is that we might need to focus on every single objective. And if you let one go, you need to make a bigger impact than what you did before the map change. And it's something to play around. It's not exactly fun to play around because you feel really behind when you go behind, but it's fun.
Yeah, and definitely with everything kind of shifting, do you guys feel like you have enough time to get your feet steady before the new season for collegiate starts?
I think the league team are played around 500 games as four of us right now. We are spamming the game. We are liking it, and yeah, we will be ready.
Awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, excited to go into your first semester competing here?
Yeah, of course. Competing has always been my way of playing League of Legends, and now I have an opportunity to do it at the collegiate level, and I'm really happy about that. And I've been named captain of the team like recently, and I really feel that as my first semester in collegiate, it's a big achievement, and I want to be proud of myself, be proud of the team. So I put a lot of effort in. So yeah, we'll be ready.
All right. You have anything you'd like to add?
I mean, our big league player, I'm sure you heard about Evan, young man. With him being gone this semester, obviously, a lot of new faces. You and I forget who the other person, Scorp, is our two new faces in for league. What do you think is like the potential of this team? Because you're all so new, like playing together, really.
Yeah, we started playing together a bit in December, actually. And it went fairly well. We played a bit with Evan too. And going into this, we feel like we have very, very strong individual player, like very mechanical, very aggressive. And if we can all put that together and make a team that respect each other, learn to communicate better, I think we can actually be like a real threat to the CLO level, and especially WAC.
That's
All
awesome.
right. Well, that's exciting. Definitely, we're gonna have to keep that up. Do you guys know what days you're playing this year yet, or is that still up to the new season?
New season kind of thing. We don't know yet. We know it's in like 2 weeks ish, so we'll see then.
All right, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. Hopefully, you guys have a win to start to talk about, and you'll be more excited than ever, right?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
How are you doing, Jayden?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So excited.
Yep.
I mean, you came off last semester basically victorious. Ready to get started competing again?
Yep.
So ready? Anything you think that's going to change for this semester, or you think it's going to be a little wonky?
I don't think anything.
You don't think anything's going to change? Going to be really the same for you so far?
Yeah. There's not everything, so.
Fair enough.
So.
Not worried at all?
So what? How many like teams does 2K play? We don't stream 2K
Like 80.
currently.
Like 80.
I was meaning ourselves. We got how many like solo players, duo players? Like how many
are
do
eligible
we
now?
have? Yeah.
One of the person eligible. But we had like a 33 team last year.
Okay.
We had like 5 people on the team.
And you were saying you play like 80 teams.
So yeah, there's like 80 people that actually play. Like
Wow.
in the other 80 people for other schools.
Okay, so I mean, again, this is one of those things where like we don't currently stream it, so you kind of just came up out of nowhere for a lot of people and just won it all. I mean, that's got to be exciting because this is what your second year here,
Yeah.
and you've already gotten a win so far. So
Yeah, and last year it was this year for 2K. So last year there was like an Xbox and a PS4 for it, but this year like the game it merged them both together, so it was Xbox and PS4. So I was playing like the winners from that PS4 and then the winners from Xbox from last year. Like the people in the finals. That's what I played.
So you played basically both
Yeah,
consoles.
it's cross platform now.
Okay.
So I basically beat everybody. Like that was from last year and then that won like last year on both consoles.
That's
Wow.
I mean, that's exciting. That's really awesome. So there's only one that you're playing in now because it's cross-platform. So this season's going to be basically the same. You're saying you're going to just run it back up through. Let's go.
I know you had a lot of success. Were there any changes in the game itself that are going to change anything, or is it going to be the game itself be pretty much the same coming to this semester?
I don't think there's going to change. I mean, maybe like it all depends. Like if like an NBA player gets hurt for the league, like the game will take him out of the game. So like if somebody get hurt on the team I use it, I might have to change teams. But that's just like future, you know.
Right.
That's kind of an interesting dynamic that I actually didn't know about the game, is that they actually remove like actual players if they're injured.
I was going to say I'm surprised that was the thing for like competitive play. I could see that for like casual play.
Yeah, but
I'm
this is playing now.
Wow.
So we were in a 3v3 my player. It was me, Jayden, and Tay last year. And we went to the playoffs and we lost. But they took that out. They took that out of ECAC.
Okay. Interesting. So is there any concerns that you have about kind of those things where players get removed in the middle of the season? No, you think it's going to be pretty easy to stay consistent through the whole time?
Yeah. Not really. I didn't really have like a hard. Even when I played the last guy, like I beat him by like 30 points. Like it wasn't really that hard. That was in the finals, so I'm not worried. I
Yeah.
just had to lock in.
Just got to lock in and get it done?
Yeah, I just gotta listen to my music.
Now,
Bless.
here's a big question. Have you gotten your trophy yet?
No, I asked Coach Rob about it. He was being mean.
Oh,
Still?
he said he's telling you that it's just coming, or what?
Nah, he didn't even tell me that.
Oh, no?
Nah.
Still not coming, but when he gets here, I'm sure we'll have pictures and everything out on socials. And we look forward to seeing what you do this coming semester. Trying to run it back.
I hope so.
All right.
Good
Well,
stuff.
thank you for joining us,
You're
man.
welcome. No problem.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. We get the man, the myth, the legend.
Here he is.
Here he
The
is.
moment you've all waited for. Our lead Rocket League expert. Wait, you don't even play the game anymore.
I do play the game.
Well,
I do.
You're not on the team.
I'm not on the team. For some reason I saw on the website that instead of marketing team, I'm on Hooch changed me to Rocket League again. So I don't know if that's a sign. But unless I got changed. Maybe I wasn't in the marketing team.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you might be popping back up into the.
I don't want to grind
Listen,
again. I don't.
listen.
It's such a job.
He has me listed under Valorant, so I don't know, man.
Oh yeah.
It's really weird. I don't think he takes stock into that aspect
Yeah.
of the gym.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we'll see.
so you're here to talk to us about Rocket League. Obviously,
I am.
Rocket League is probably our biggest game we play here.
Mhm.
Valorant obviously is on the rise.
Yeah.
So Rocket League, you got kind of a new put together roster this semester. From you having an in view but an out view, can you kind of give us your kind of outlook
Yeah.
on it?
So I mean, I've talked to them a lot, and I mean, this is the team I'm like probably talk to the most to because I'm most interested, most invested in. I could like commentate for them. I mean, yeah. So we have the only switch really is Bob swapping out with Fuge. Fuge is a very good up and coming player, a talent we have coming up. Fuge is, I think he just turned 18, so he's young. He's young and he's got a lot of potential. And he's really good at other games. He's grinding Rocket League now. Bob wanted to step away from Rocket League, and now he's on the league team. So that's cool. Bob's back on league. I mean, didn't stay out for too long. Didn't stay too far away. But now, yeah, Fuge is in that role with Ethan, 11, and also with Benbo. And I think it's a good fit. I think definitely in these last two events they played in GL Surreal, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I think they're fixing the mistakes as they need to. I mean, their coach Mike, very good coach. I think he's got a lot to do with this team. I think he can do it. Like results from GL Surreal, the fall major. It did happen in winter, but it's just because it's a little delay. And I mean, they placed third, I believe. That was written down.
Yeah,
Third place.
that's what I got.
They went out against Oakland.
Yep.
Oakland. Wish I had this in front of me, but I don't.
Here,
No.
we can make that happen.
Okay.
3-4.
There you go.
Oh.
So you can have all your stats in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So lost to Oakland in the lower final, 3-4. So super close. We did beat Davenport 4-3. So very close matches went out. And then Spring Minor 1 didn't go the way we wanted to. We weren't the same team. We went out to Western Michigan, which is a team we all think we should be beating. I mean, all the casters said we would win that game, and we lost it, which is okay. It's okay. Games like that happen.
Right.
It's better that them happen like early this semester than later. We placed fifth, but not still horrible. But yeah, Fuge. I mean, I think he's a good fit for the team. I think there's a lot has to happen.
Right, because that's kind of one of the things with Rocket League, at least from my perspective, that it's not so much about like individual talent,
Mhm.
it's about working together.
Yep.
And whenever you bring a new person in, it's going to take some time to adjust that, I feel.
For sure. Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. It's like Valorant in a way. Like it's just so team oriented. If there's one person that's not on the mark, the whole team's basically off. It's really hard to carry. It's hard to be a one-man team. So I mean, there's Fuge is definitely I don't want to say worst, but our least experienced player, I guess I could say, because he does pop off a lot. But our least experienced player in this like level. But I mean, they have RLCS quals this weekend. It's gonna be Ethan 11 teaming up with Fuge and Noah Faded, one of our old players that played. I think he's been gone for a full year now. Teaming with that team, that should be a very good squad. They're seated like 180, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. So if they make a top 120, they should get a prize pool. But this is like all the pro teams. So it's like
Sure.
it's hard to break through. But I think it's gonna be a really good learning experience for Fuge and like a high level matches.
Because Fuge has got that potential. It's just how long until we tap into it. Because he's going to be the face of this team here in what, 1 year, year and a half, something like that.
If people drop out, like I know Ethan's graduating soon, Ben's also there. Fuge will be like the new like captain.
Right.
So he's got a big shoe to fill, but Rocket League, I have high expectations. It's just gonna be about putting that into practice to see how well they do. I think. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
What do you think is like the realistic ceiling So this team this semester.
Like, what can they do?
Yeah, this semester. What in your opinion from the outside, looking at it, what do you think is a realistic expectation for this team?
I think was like a year ago. I think they could make CRL,
Mhm.
but since that's top 16 teams East, like that is super hard to do. And East is so competitive, way more than West. So it's gonna be very hard. I think they probably are around the 20 to 24th best team in East, which is still really, really good.
Mhm.
But like, it is tough to break out top 16 now, especially because just so many pros are just getting in the like collegiate scene. It's gonna be tough. But I think for me, it's gonna be their best could be winning a CCA Open, which is they have like 4 tournaments outside of that top 16. I think that's what they should go for. We'll see.
Big things.
We'll see. I believe in the team. It's just if they believe in themselves and like I said, they have to put the practice in, which they've been putting practice in. But like let's keep it up. Keep it. Stay motivated. I think they got it.
Yep. This is usually the part where Lucas would step out. We bring in somebody else from another team, but we don't have anybody else from the couple. I think we only one team we didn't have anybody come in. For.
Just Madden.
Just Madden.
Yeah.
So
I hope we're not missing anybody. Oh my gosh, are we missing?
I don't think.
I feel really bad. Trust me, we've been scrambling the past 3 hours to get this set up and the script wrote and everything. I don't think we missed any team.
Yeah, just Madden was the only team that didn't have everybody here today.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess expectations. We obviously prefer if they talked about it, but I mean, I think Jabari and Gabby both had good semesters last semester. They did about as good as anyone thought they would do. But this semester, I mean, they have that experience now. They've gone through ECAC. They faced tough collegiate teams, and they have that experience. I think they have to just take it further. Like I think Bari got 9th place in ECAC. Gabby got somewhere around 64th, something like that. I think they should go one step further. So I'm thinking Gabby. I don't want to say too much. Like I don't want to like, I think 64 is a good place to shoot for, but I think she could go 30, even like 20s. Like she's a really good player from what I've seen. Bari, I mean, he's an Alabama state champ in high school. Like he is a really solid player. This is a whole different story. It's the whole U.S. This is all the colleges, different level. This is where scholarships start coming in. So tough opponents, basically. That's what I'm saying. But I think he can make top 8. But I don't think he's gonna be satisfied until he gets the trophy. Right. To be honest. But yeah, I'm very excited for both of them. See what they can cook up this semester.
Yeah, and I mean, last week on a different note, we did our event stream. We did a Fall Guys stream, right? And that's now out on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Who ended up winning that?
That was actually so. Spoilers, if anyone didn't watch, you should go watch that. Just mute the stream for the next like 30 seconds.
It's a pretty solid video, by the way.
It's okay.
I wouldn't say starter. I wouldn't say it's your best work, but for first piece of the semester, it was pretty solid.
I'll take that. Thank you. No, we had fun. It was Antonio actually taking it, which no one expected. We asked players to fill out a form so we could like see the teams correctly, and then at least we could like pick captains from like the best few, and we had some rate 1 through 10. Tony said a 3.
Really?
Tony said a 3.
Really? Wow.
So
he's lowballing y'all.
I know, which he hasn't played much, so that's fair. But I mean, apparently he's a 10 because he crushed. I mean, Ethan, Mike, what's I missing? Maybe those two like were the big threats, but Antonio was a dark horse. Like he was focused up, came in there to win and took it home. But I mean, Ethan was his teammate, so good support too. Has a crazy squad. But yeah, once they were isolated, Antonio was able to take it.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. We want to do a lot more like that. We want to do a rematch of Fortnite, and we're trying to make that better experience this time because it was kind of hard to follow both on stream and if you're watching on YouTube. So we're trying to do that again, and yeah, we'll keep it on the low key, but a lot more streams planned this semester. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah, and I think that's something like we've already been talking about it. We want to do a lot more of these because they are always a lot of fun and people like them. So
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So we're all very excited, I think.
So with that, we've kind of gotten to the end of what we're at, and we're starting to
Mhm.
look towards the questions and comments that came from chat. The first one's actually from our coach, who wanted to let us all know that trophies are supposed to be here next month, so that'll be kind of cool. Hopefully, we'll be able to have Jayden and some of the other people on who got
Yep.
towards the top and actually like talk once they have it in their hands.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what really makes it real is to
Mhm.
be able to have the trophies. So
Oh, yeah.
Gotta take some.
Let's actually think and recap here, just for anybody that didn't follow us too closely last semester. How actually did we do last semester? Because Jayden won.
Yep.
Valorant finished second
Mhm.
in their one event. Rocket League finished second at WAC.
Mhm. Second team Rocket League. Forget, but they won their NACE.
Okay,
So
okay.
that was huge. People don't talk about that because that was early on in the semester, but that was a really big accomplishment for them. It was good for them.
yeah, and then we had we just had like really we placed pretty well in
just say-
most of them.
Yeah.
Fortnite finished third and fourth. They were in talking about that earlier. Smash made playoffs. Hearthstone made playoffs. Like, I think even League somehow made playoffs.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they didn't have a great track record, but they tried all the way through and they really did make it to playoffs, which was kind of crazy. So, I mean, realistically, a really good semester for Siena, and I'm hoping that
Yeah.
we can keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that's a little bit crazy to me is we think of this and we thought, what a successful semester. Like, every team made playoffs. Multiple teams got trophies. And yet we only took home, 2 gold, counting
Yeah.
second team Valorant. We only took home 2 gold, and we're thinking of that as success. Think about how much further we can go this semester with all these, because all these teams are so young. Like
Mhm.
Valorant, that was their first semester coming into their second one. Rocket League's got all this new talent.
Mhm.
We kind of expect Rocket League maybe take a small step back this year, but still super talented. Obviously, League, we expect them to be on the rebound
Mhm.
this semester. Overwatch is back, right? Like all these teams, like we're looking at going so much further this semester than we did last semester. We thought last semester was so crazy.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, like if we're looking at what we've got here, I mean, people have been asking things like expectations for Wax in the spring. I mean, I'm expecting it to be a killer year. I mean, we placed second in so much already, and now we're coming in with definitely with Overwatch and what is it? It's Overwatch and League having their lands upcoming. I mean, they should be killer. I mean, we have 2 brand new players just this semester in League, plus we have 2 people who've been here for a while, and Captain's already super pumped and excited. So
Right.
it's like I definitely think we're moving in a positive direction and we're kind of keeping the energy going. Everybody's spirits are really high, which is like the big part because these guys are pushing themselves to be their best. They're not really chasing after anybody.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket League finished second because WAC is like an overall placement thing. So the WAC overall WAC champion is gonna be crowned when all the games are finished and we have like an average of like who placed the highest. But
Oh.
I mean, Overwatch, I mean, Rocket League did second, so that puts us very far in the running. Already second place in the running, and then we have 2 more games, Overwatch and League. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, it's kind of hard to give predictions at this point, but we haven't seen a lot from either team. It's just the third semester, but what are we feeling?
What do you think is the toughest like conference? Is it WAC? Is WAC the hardest across all 3 of the games? All the games we play in WAC? Is WAC the toughest? You think?
The competition?
Mhm.
Sometimes. Yeah, it's hard for the competition, but I feel like it's above NACE and ECAC. I would say there's a lot of tough schools with a lot of schools investing into their programs. So, like you have your Rochester, Lourdes, Indiana Tech, Lawrence Tech. Like, there's some good schools in there. Some really good schools.
And over here in the Midwest, I mean, like we're on the eastern region of the country, which for collegiate is like tends to be pretty competitive
Yeah,
for
yeah.
most games.
Mhm.
I mean, so I would definitely agree with that statement. I'd say WAC is one of the harder ones
Yeah.
overall.
I mean, obviously, I think CLOL, CVAL, CRO, those are above because those are actually like the highest divisions for that. But I think WAC's pretty high. But I think it's gonna be close to see if League or Overwatch get further and take us to a better overall standing. But I don't want to be a doubter. I would say second, third overall, maybe.
Oh, okay.
There's some really clear stuff, Rochester stuff, Indiana Tech stuff. I mean, I don't want to be a doubter, but I think first is potential for that. But I'd say second and third are more reasonable for what we have. It's something to aim for.
Yeah, I mean, that's really like what we've got planned for today. So we kind of got through all of the teams, which is something we weren't expecting to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice that we were able to have everybody come out.
Yeah.
Definitely, if people liked this kind of format and you're still here on the stream and you're making it to the end of the YouTube video, make sure you let us know in the comments. Like the video, it does help us a lot. It's really huge. And also, like, we're trying this out. If this works really well, we'll keep doing it this way.
Yeah.
So,
Or if you have ideas for like different format, like do you prefer when it's like the three of us talking? Do you prefer when we bring more people in? Do you want to see the coaches more? Do you want to see more players? Like, what do you want to see? Like,
Yeah.
we're down to here.
Yeah, new idea. Literally just came up with it 4 days ago. So it's kind of ragtag group to put this together and get it on time. We will have multiple cameras hopefully next time, more microphones, better audio, and I'm super excited for it.
yeah, well,
I think it was a good start.
this is definitely a great start. And I mean, we've got a good start to the semester already.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
we'll be heading in from here.
Yeah, I think that's it. Who wants to wrap it up, I guess?
I mean, that kind of was my wrap up.
That was your wrap
That
up?
was,
Okay.
we're here at the end. So, I
Yep.
mean, from here now we'll see the comments and we'll make adjustments from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, Stray. We'll see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.